two, one, two, three, four. Hey everyone, welcome back to Music with Ryan. Thanks for joining me. This week's featured lesson, we're doing something a little different here. We're going to do 10 licks for the key of G. And I plan to do more of these style lessons here in the future because I don't have as many. And they're fun. They're nice to be able to, kind of like a resource. You go ahead and you grab a few cool licks that you really like and you learn how to insert them into your songs that you already know or into your solos. So what I'm going to do for this lesson is, of course, break down each and every lick, all 10 of them. They're about 2 measures apiece. And then I'm also going to have a separate clip that talks about how I might insert them into playing. I'll just do a brief demonstration of a common chord progression in the key of G and say, hey, these licks fit good over the 1 chord. These licks fit good over the 5 chord. And some might even fit good over the 4 chord as well. And we'll talk about just kind of where I might insert them in a chord progression. Okay? And I'll also talk about just how to practice them in general. Just maybe kind of cutting and pasting measures, using one measure from this lick and one measure from that lick. And just talk about good practice, again, on getting these licks down. So if you'd like to purchase the full-length version, is this just a preview here? You can click the link below, or maybe it's up above, and it will shoot you onto my site, and there you can do so. It'll come with about 40 minutes of video, PDF tabs, and 3 audio backing tracks. And what I'm going to do for them is I'm just going to play a G chord for a very extended period of time. And it'll be 3 different speeds, but it's just going to be 1 chord the whole time. So you can really just master, sit around, and play these licks over and over and over, over top of a G chord. And if you have some other practice tracks, like many of you do, for anything in the key of G, you can sit around and play these licks over top of them as well. And that always makes for good practice. So if you'd like to check out being a member at my site, you can access over 350 lessons, including this one, of course, for a yearly or monthly fee. I also have a video exchange program and 3 courses, a soloing course, a rhythm course, and a beginning course. And again, that video exchange program allows you to submit videos to me, and I critique them and submit a video back, which is a super powerful feature. So give that a look if you're interested. For now, we're going to start walking through the first couple licks for this week's featured lesson in the key of G. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy. All right, so let's go ahead and start breaking down 10 licks for the key of G here. And in this video clip, I'm going to go just straight down and go through every lick, measure for measure here. And then there's going to be, again, a couple other clips where we talk about integrating them into chord progressions and how to just kind of practice these licks and play these licks kind of back to back and maybe interchange measures as well. So we will talk about how to make use of them. Not crazy in depth, but we are going to take some time, or I'm going to take some time to explain a few different ways to practice and use these in chord progressions. So, so let's do it. So lick number 1 says major pentatonic, and I have them all kind of marked like that too, letting you know if they sit, in the major pentatonic side of things, or minor pentatonic, or maybe, we're using a flatted third or flatted fifths, or maybe we're combining the two. So I have that marked there to give you an idea, sense, kind kind of where I'm drawing it from, what kind of sounds the major and the minor will give you. So there it is. So this first lick, number 1, major pentatonic, I kind of think a little bit in a Doc Watson fashion. Okay, I don't know if it's necessarily anything he's played verbatim, but you know, it kind of has that sound. Something I use all the time with almost all of these licks. I use them quite frequently. So the first couple beats here, we're going to start on the high E on the 3rd fret with our first finger. And it's going to be 3, 5, 3, open. All on that E string, of course. Then we're going to go to the next string on the 3rd fret. 3, 5, 3. And then 4th on the G. Use your 2nd finger. Okay, and then we're going to slide down to the 2nd fret. And that's going to be on a downbeat, but it's, again, I'm sliding, so I took the pick direction out. And then open G. Then 2-0 pull on the D. And open G. Alright, so a couple things. That open G on the last note has a circle around it. That's a half note. And all that it's really telling us is, you know, it's 2 beats. It completes the measure, of course. I want it to look neat, and so, again, it completes the measure. There's various things we could do after it. We could strum, we could play other licks right away, but just for the sake of the lick itself, the bare bones, I have it written there, and that's just a half note, 2 counts. If any of the slides, hammer-ons, or pull-offs throw you off, because there are a lot and they do cause syncopation, simply take them out and then replace them later. Again, down picks on downbeats, up picks on upbeats. So when I have that 4-2 slide, I do up, slide to a downbeat, and then I go up again. If it's too troublesome, I would go up, down. I'd pick that 2nd fret note on a downstroke because it's on a downbeat. All right, so there'll be a little bit of that going on. I'll try to remind you as well. I'm telling you, if they do give you trouble with the timing, just take them out, practice them without the hammer-ons, and pull-offs, or slides, and it's good practice. So let's try that lick together. Ready, go. And make sure that 4-2 slide isn't a quick slide. They're equal in duration. You could almost treat the last open G as a quarter note and then strum a G chord at the end if you wanted. That would totally work too. Kind of cement home that you are in G. And then, you know, how to practice these a little bit to make sure you got a handle on them. You could set a metronome and just play this lick in a circle. Strum a measure. Okay, and we'll talk about that a little bit as we get going, but just for those of you who can kind of catch on real quick, strum a measure and then get into the lick. That's what that would be very powerful and smart practice. So let's go on to lick number 2. Here's a real common one I can hear all the time at the end of a tag. You know, I hear Tony Rice or Doc Watson do it. It's a great little 2-bar tag. And it says major pentatonic with a flatted third. So mostly major pentatonic notes. And then I grab that flatted third, which is a B flat note. Okay, give it a little bluesy tinge, if you will. So here's the lick. 3, 4. Ready, go. Alright, so we got an open high E, 2nd fret high E, which I know is an F sharp, and I know it's not part of the major pentatonic scale, but we are quote unquote borrowing the note for now. And then we hammer on to the 3rd fret, and then open high E. So down, up, up. Okay, so double up in there. And then 3rd fret on the B, open a high E, 3rd fret B. Ready, that measure. Then the next measure, we got open B, and then 3rd fret G, the B flat, slide down to 2, and then open G, and then 2-0 on the D, pull off, and end on an open G, ends on beat 4 there. I probably will grab that 3rd fret note with my 2nd finger and slide it, since I am sliding down. You could do the 3rd finger if maybe you were pulling off, but I did the 2nd finger. Open G, just that measure. All of them again, or those 2 measures. Ready, go. Without any of the picks, without any of the hammer-ons or slides. Ready, go. Okay, obviously a little more pickier, right? And the slides give it a little bit more expressiveness, a little bit of an attitude, and just a slightly different feel about it, right? And they're subtle, but they're certainly there, and yeah, so work towards that if you're kind of a beginner working on some of these licks, okay? So pick them all and then add the hammer-ons, pull-offs later. All right, let's move on to lick number 3. Oh.